Welcome and thank you to our session today. So we'll be talking about brand advertising on mobile platforms. My name is Miha Mikek. I'm co-founder and CEO of Celtra. We've been actually focusing for the last couple of years to really make brand advertising much better on mobile platforms. Celtra is the leading rich media ad serving platform today, and we are working with large agencies and publishers to actually enable brand advertising campaigns on mobile. So we have a great, basically panel of speakers today here with us. So first of all, with me is also co-founder of Celtra, Chief Product Officer Mateusz Klanczyk. Then we have Matt Lindley from Sapien Nitro. So he's actually Innovation Director there. Has a lot of experience with brand advertising on all different channels. He's seen it, from TV on. We have Scott Svensson, founder and CEO of Mobile Theory, that was acquired by Opera MediaWorks. So they've been extremely successful in running brand advertising campaigns as a mobile advertising ad network. Also, for full disclosure, they're a great partner of Celtra. And then we have Brett Leary from Digitas, Vice President and Global Director of Global Mobile Platforms for Digitas LBI. Is that correct?
I don't know about the global part, but
it's pretty long title, so I was a little bit confused. But anyways, thanks for coming to the panel. So also we've been working with Digitas for a while, and Brad's also seen mobile in the early days, worked with us already, in the SMS era, and obviously now, through all this, innovation period. So first of all, we're going to kick off this session with a presentation. So Mateusz will give a presentation on, what we are seeing at Celtra as kind of like the or the new exciting things that we're actually, doing at Celtra. He'll talk about, social media and how, brand advertising can be done on social media on mobile. Also, we'll show some results from recent case studies. And then we'll follow up with questions for the panel, actually discussing, where the market is going, where the big opportunities are, and then obviously also take the questions from the panel. So with that, I will leave it up to Mateusz to kick it off.
Thank you. So as Miha said, we'll talk about mobile brand advertising on mobile platforms. Now, specifically, we will focus on social media because recently we've seen a lot of progress on that front. So Facebook, for example, is growing their share of mobile display. Instagram just introduced mobile ad products. We've seen, huge things happening on Twitter and elsewhere on social media. So this is particularly interesting, especially for brand advertising. And in relation to that, so we will ask ourselves, where is brand advertising on mobile today? Is social media the answer to bring brand advertising to mobile? And what is the reason that social media is so successful at that? Is it because those ad products are great? Is it because of the whole ecosystem? Is it because of the audience? And as a starting point, one of the things that we found is particularly interesting and really working well on social media are, in terms of advertising, are native formats. As you know, all ad products on social media are essentially native, so they fit into the user experience. They are basically posts in the feed. And with that, we will ask ourselves how to bring more brand advertising to mobile through social media or potentially other kind of formats or forms of advertising on mobile. So let me start first with the TV, because TV, as you know, has been the best channel so far for brand advertising. It's been extremely successful and effective, although technologically it's not very advanced, and it's been very good at doing native formats. So TV is not just about classic TV ads you see. It's been very, very successful at native formats. And I'll play you a short video. This is from James Bond movie. And this is essentially an ad. It's a native format. It's a native format for or an ad for a car, for luxury car brand. and Ford paid $35 million for this car to appear in that movie. So it's basically the most expensive native ad ever done. And it's a native format. It ticks all the boxes for native format. It fits, as you can see, really nicely into the user experience of that movie. It's not disruptive. It essentially works. So, but on the negative side, it's very expensive. Apparently, it's not very scalable, and it's not easy to do. Pretty much at the same time when this movie was released, the first native formats or the first really great ad products appeared on desktop, and this is how they looked. So they, compared to TV, they looked rather boring, right? They're just text ads. They're not very exciting. But this is super scalable. This is a solution that was scalable. This is a solution that's affordable also for small businesses. You don't need to be a huge corporation to do that kind of advertising. But this is how that looked. And if we fast forward to today, those formats still look the same. So this is on mobile. They look exactly the same. So they're still text ads, boring text ads, but they're native and they're for exactly the same product as the product placement in the James Bond movie. Now, what's interesting about that? Not just the contrast between what TV can do and what mobile or digital in general is apparently doing, but also to what kind of audience we are showing this kind of ads. And this is extremely interesting, because when we look at the TV, what is happening with TV audience? It's aging. It's aging very fast. And this is, I suppose, really familiar data to you. But it's still, when you look at that, in 2011, average age of TV viewership in US was 51 years. Today it's 54, and it's aging more than a year each year. So when you think about brand advertising, we should ask ourselves, is this really the right audience to show them that kind of ads? Because at the same time, smartphone users are still very young. And this is just recent data, and as you can see, 70% of smartphone users are still younger than 45 years old. And 80% are younger than its average age of TV viewers. Now, what it means, the most important, the all-important demographic for brand advertising, which is between 18 and 48, they're using smartphones and they are not watching TV. And when you think about that, and when you think about what kind of ads we are showing to them, it becomes really interesting, because on TV, most of the advertising is brand advertising. There's very little direct response, whereas on mobile, it's exactly the opposite. Most of the advertising on mobile is still direct response. There's almost no brand advertising there, although the audience you want to reach is exactly on mobile. Now, what it means, just to illustrate that, so we are showing brand advertising to that kind of people, and direct response ads to the audience we should be targeting with brand ads. Now the question is, why is this happening? Why do we have this discrepancy? Because this is not logical. We should be showing brand advertising on mobile, but we are not doing that. Now, one of the reasons, and probably the main reason for that, is that on mobile we don't have the right ad products. On mobile, we don't have we have text ads, we have posts, we have native formats that are not very exciting, that don't emotionally engage the audience in the way that you can do that on the TV. And to illustrate, what's the power of TV, what TV can do that mobile cannot at the moment, I'll show you a short clip. This is from a movie, Videodrome, from David Cronenberg, 20-30 years ago, and it really nicely illustrates the power of TV.